Once you look in the mirror and you go, you're the freaking problem and you're the solution, your life has changed. But until you look in the mirror and you say that to you, you're going to struggle the rest of your life. And getting people to do this at any age group, that's an emotional maturity, a spiritual maturity that is necessary to just have a world-class impact on things.
Yeah, I mean, if he can do this with money, now he's going, I can take ownership in every other area of my life. And so it really gives you agency, maybe for the first time, to go, I can affect change in every other area. Yeah, that's encouraging.
I'm not going to wait 30 years to pay off my student loans. I'm not going to wait on the government or Biden to forgive my student loan debt. I'm not going to just knock it out. Just draw back and smack it in the head, man. Just go, you're going down. I own you. You don't own me. And when you get that going, you get that thing going, you understand the borrower is slave to the lender, and I don't need any more masters. I am so done with masters. I'm so done with people telling me freaking what to do. What's in your wallet? Jump off a cliff. I don't want to care what's in my wallet. What's in your wallet? Millions of dollars for doing them stupid ads. That's what's in your wallet. So no, we don't want to listen to some broke actor. This is not, no. I'm not living like this anymore. Not Ford Motor Company. Keep it. We don't need a payment, No. It changes everything when you take that ownership. I love this guy.
Yeah, when you have that level of focus, just for a short time in an ADD culture, you'll be shocked at how far it'll take you. Just being focused on one thing at one time, you will get so much done and be so successful.
Yeah, but it starts with this idea of just spiritual ownership, and Gabe nailed it. So proud of you, Gabe.
I love it, man. Glad you're on the team.
Man, we're definitely proud of you. Glad you're here. Yes. This is how it works, ladies and gentlemen.
The Ramsey Show on News Radio WGNS.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports. Blue Raider baseball is on the air. From the Blue Raider Network, it's time for Countdown to First Pitch. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance and agent Andy Womack, Lightning's Locker Room and Phillips Bookstore, Granis and Associates, Las Casas Drugs, and by Middle Tennessee Electric. Now, let's go to the ballpark.
Welcome into another broadcast of Middle Tennessee Blue Raider baseball, as the Raiders will take on the Liberty Flames in this final game of the 2026 baseball season. Tournament's coming up next week, but this is the final regular season game. Raiders go in with a record of 26-28. They're 12-17 in Conference USA, while Liberty 37-18. They are 20-9 in Conference USA. The two teams have split the first two games of this series, so the rubber game is today. Whoever wins this game wins the series. And John Callow, the outcome of this game will depend on the seeding in the tournament will depend on a lot of things and a lot of other games that are going on today.
Well, as of right this minute, the only thing that's been decided as far as seeding in Conference USA is that Jacksonville State will be number one. Delaware, they know, is going to finish 12th. Everything else is still up in the air, Dick. A lot of seeding is going to be determined today.
Right now, our senior day activities are going on out on the field as our seniors are being presented with a framed replica of their jersey. Athletic Director Chris Massaro, Head Coach Jerry Myers, are out there with them. We've already seen Tyler Minnick, senior from Smyrna, Georgia. Clay Badalak, a senior from Cincinnati, Ohio. Dean O'Neill, senior from Westchester, Pennsylvania. And also Landon Birch, senior from Corning, New York. We'll also have Bryant Baranek, senior from Spring Hill, Tennessee.
He just got his, Dick.
This is Landon Sexton, a senior from York, South Carolina. And they each get a handshake and a framed replica of their jersey.
Those jerseys, that is such a nice touch. Middle's been doing that for years and years and years. I know from having been in the offices of some of our former players, that is a prize keepsake.
Ollie Akins from Sweetwater, Tennessee, coming out. 4th year with the Raiders and a graduate. He'll be followed by Cale Benson, a local young man from Murfreesboro out of Oakland High School. David Horn Jr. from Mission Viejo, California. And Drew Hillian, who is our senior manager from Chattanooga. Those are our graduating seniors here on Senior Day. And, of course, needless to say, family and friends are out there, the players going out with their parents. And I think in Cale Vinson's parents are out there along with his brother Luke, I believe, former Blue Raider center fielder. So, John, we've enjoyed seeing these young men play, some of them for 4 years, some of them for just a couple of years, but whatever length of time they've been here, they've given us all a very good feeling to see them out there getting their framed jersey.
You know, I've covered a lot of athletes over the years, between everything from high school volleyball to NHL hockey, and I'm always impressed by the character of the young men that play baseball for the Blue Raiders. I can think of all those Blue Raiders that we've covered over the last 20 years now, and I think you could put all the people that you wouldn't want to know in after baseball on one hand and have fingers left over.
Yep. So I think this will be the final presentation to Drew Hillian, senior manager. He is from Chattanooga. This is his second year here, transferred from Bryan College, and we'll be talking with Drew on our player interview a little bit later in our countdown, along with operations director Chandler Todd, who kind of rides herd over the Blue Raider managers. So I want you to stay with us for that.
Takes care of us on the road, too, doesn't it?
I've always said, if you want to know anything about what's going on, don't talk to a player, don't talk to a coach, talk to the managers. They know what's going on. They have to know what's going on.
That is absolutely right. How many times have we been in hotels late at night and everybody else is relaxing and they're doing the laundry still?
Yeah, they're out taking care of business, going picking up snacks or whatever it is that they're supposed to do. They're going to have a group picture out there, John, and this will be minus the parents. This will be just this is players only.
That's terrific.
Yeah, that's a nice touch. So let's talk about the ball game.
Yes, sir.
We've had this series is almost like the Western Kentucky series. We've had two blowouts.
One on each side.
One on each side, and then the deciding game in Westerns in that series with Western was a nail-biter right down to the final inning, and
sure was.
You know, this could turn out the same way. I don't know.
Well, this is important for Liberty. right now they're battling with Missouri State for the 2 seed in the tournament. One of them's going to be 2, one of them's going to be 3. Missouri State is down at Kennesaw today, and Liberty is here. Even if both win, though, Missouri State has the tiebreaker on Liberty. The other one that people should be paying attention to would be for the 4 and 5 slot, Louisiana Tech, Dallas Baptist. They're fighting it out. Right now, La Tech has a tiebreaker on Dallas Baptist, but who knows?
Well, I think our fans are more interested in what's going on with the Raiders and how they're going to finish and who they will play in the first round of the tournament. And a lot of that will depend on the outcome of today's game.
That's right. And as well as Sam Houston's game, as well as Kennesaw's game. We are in a 3-way tie right now. And if nothing changes, Sam Houston will be the 7 seed. We would be the 8 seed. Kennesaw is 7. We would be 8. Sam Houston would be 9. Because if you got all 3, we've got the way the tiebreakers work. You go back to the record against those 3 teams, and Kennesaw is 4-2 against the other 2. We're 3-3, and Sam Houston is 2-4. And those 2 wins they are against us. So
we won't know how all of these games come out because we're starting earlier than some of them. But after the dust clears, I think you can go on the Conference USA website tonight and find out a little more. If not tonight, for sure tomorrow morning. Yeah. I know the Raiders are going to leave on Monday to bus down to Kennesaw, and don't know when they're going to play yet. They don't know when they're going to play yet, but they have a practice scheduled for Tuesday down there. So the umpires are out, meeting with the 2 head coaches, Bradley LaCroix for Liberty in his 2nd year, and Jerry Myers, the Raiders head coach, in his 4th year as head coach, and be his 2nd team to go to the Conference USA tournament. We're going to take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll check starting lineups, have our player interviews, and all that along with first pitch coming up next. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's Locker Room on the concourse. From bold new drops to timeless campus classics, we've got everything you need to turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit, because at Lightning's Locker Room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Womack. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Womack. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
Welcome back into our countdown to first pitch as the Raiders and Liberty are getting ready to go after it today in the rubber game of the series. Time now to take a look at our starting lineup. Starting lineups brought to you, as always, by the Ascend Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics with 5 convenient locations in the Murfreesboro area. Learn more at ascend.org. John?
Well, the visiting Liberty Flames, not many changes here from what we saw yesterday. Leading off will be the shortstop, Tanner Marsh. Batting second, the first baseman, Riley Candido. Batting third at third base, Jordan Jaffe. And the cleanup hitter, the left fielder, Nick Barone. Batting fifth, second baseman, Easton Swafford. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Landon Seeley. Batting seventh, the DH gets another start after those 2 home runs yesterday, Ryan Drum. And batting eighth, the catcher, Kyle Vidson. And center fielder, Josh Campos, bats ninth. On the mound, we'll be seeing a right-hander, Bradley Zayak. For the Raiders, leading off, Owen Noack in center field. Batting second, Lane Akers. He'll be at first base today. Cooper Clapp bats third at second base. Nathan Brewer, the cleanup hitter, in left field. Batting fifth, Dean O'Neill. He'll be behind the plate today. Right fielder, Brett Rogers bats sixth. Batting seventh, third baseman Brett Von Dolan. The DH today will be one of our seniors, Cale Vinson. Clay Badalak bats ninth. He'll be at shortstop. On the mound will be the left-hander, Cole Torbett.
So before the game, I had a chance to talk with a couple of our managers, including Operations Director Chandler Todd. Welcome back into our countdown to first pitch. We're going to deviate a little bit today and talk to a couple of key members of our team, one of whom will be coming out for a Senior Day presentation today, and that's Drew Hillian, Senior Manager. Also Chandler Todd, who's the Operations Director for Blue Raider Baseball. So, Chandler, we've had you on before with graduation coming up, but you've already gotten your degree.
Yes, sir. I've gotten my bachelor's and my master's. I got my master's 2 years ago and been stuck here ever since, loving life.
Okay. Well, apparently you must like it here. You're doing a good job.
I appreciate it. It's just one of those things, you show up, do what you got to do, and make a couple friends along the way, and it makes it a whole lot better.
Well, you've got a pretty tough job supervising this crew of managers that you've got in Drew and Knox and Mackey over there. So you have to keep a pretty tight rein on them, don't you?
It's not as tight of a rein as you'd think it'd be. A lot of them we've been here for a while. Luckily, we poached Mackey over for women's basketball, so he made the transition pretty quick. Quick story, we actually all played in the men's league this fall, and we won the championship. So, I mean, we've always been pretty close through it all out, so I'm really fortunate to be with such a great group of guys.
All right, let's talk to Drew. You're a Middle Tennessee guy, I think?
No, sir. I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
All right, we'll count that as Middle Tennessee. And this is your fourth year here?
This is my second year. My second year here. I transferred up to middle my sophomore year of college.
From?
Bryan College in Dayton, Tennessee.
Okay, very good. So as a manager, let's start out with game day. I want you to tell me what your responsibilities are from the time you get to the ballpark until you go home.
Yeah, so we get here pretty early, even before some of the guys and some of the coaches, and the very first thing we have to do is start out getting the field set up for pregame, and that looks like batting practice, also getting things set up for bat testing and things like that behind the scenes that a lot of people don't see. And then when it comes to game time, I'm actually the bullpen catcher, so I'm down in the bullpen with the guys and helping them get warmed up, ready to go for the game. And then after the game, we're hanging out after, cleaning everything up, cleaning the field up, dragging it, making sure everything's ready to go for the next day.
Full day's work, sounds like to me.
Yes, sir. It's a long day, but it's fun. Yeah, if you make it fun, it makes it a lot easier. So, good group of guys to do it with.
So what do you do while the ball game's going on?
So while the ball game's going on, I'm actually hanging out in the dugout until Coach Meyer sends some guys down to the bullpen. And then when that happens, I go down there with them, and then I'm just there to help them do whatever they need to do to get ready to go be successful in the game, whether that's helping them get warmed up, doing plyos or bands or anything like that, helping them stretch out, and also just giving communications from Coach Myers down in the dugout over the walkie. And then when they get ready to go and starting throwing down off the mound, I get down there, and I played college ball for a year, so I've got some experience. So just try to help them and give them the best target I can.
That's true. So you give the coaches and players any tips from time to time?
No, I wouldn't do that. I don't think that. I'm just there for them, whatever they need.
Okay. Well, congratulations. You've had a great career here, and whatever you choose to do coming up, I know you're going to be successful, and appreciate the time today.
Thank you.
That's Drew Hillian, and appreciate the time today. Drew is a senior manager and got his plaque before the game with the rest of the senior players. So for the Raiders, Dean O'Neill will be behind the plate today with the infield of Von Dolan at third, Badalak at short, Clapp at second, and Lane Akers playing first base, Brewer, Nowak, and Rogers in the outfield. On the mound, the left-hander Cole Torbett.
Cole Torbett making his, watching you work there, I lost my place. Making his ninth appearance, fifth start. He's thrown 23 and 2/3 innings, giving up 18 runs, 15 earned on 28 hits, 12 walks, 15 strikeouts. Got a 5.70 and a 2-1 record.
He will face Marsh, DeCandido, and Jordan Jaffe in the first inning. Raiders all in white with the royal blue numerals and trim, and wearing the camo caps today on Sunday, as is standard procedure, while Liberty is in dark jerseys. What is that? It's either navy blue or black with white numerals, white pants.
I think that is a very dark blue, not quite black. And the numbers you can actually read on the back, Dick.
Yes, you can. So we're ready to go. I think we got gremlins in the box today.
Yeah.
Well, at least they waited until the last game to show up.
That's right.
Marsh will step in against the left-hander Cole Torbett, making his fifth start for the Raiders this year. And the first pitch of the game is outside for ball one.
At 1:05.
Did we get our weather down?
We haven't yet, but I'll give it to you. It's at game time, 81 degrees, partly cloudy, and we've got a south-southwest wind at 12, which means it is blowing out.
There's a swinging strike, and the count will go to 1-1 strike. Tanner Marsh, probably one of their better players, is hitless in the series and fouls this one back, and the count will go to 1-2. He is 0 for 9. The Raiders have done a great job on Tanner Marsh, keeping him off base, because he is the young man with so many stolen bases.
Reached once on an error, and then yesterday in the ninth inning, led off the inning with a walk.
Swing and a miss. They'll have to throw him out at first, and O'Neill does that. So that is out number one here in the first inning. The batter is Riley DeCandido, playing first base for the third straight game. I think we told you yesterday and the day before their first baseman being held out. Not a serious injury, but they don't want him to aggravate that going into the tournament. There's a line drive caught by Von Dolan at third. DeCandido, after that first pitch, lines out to third, and that is out number two.
Von Dolan didn't have to move a step, did he?
No, had him played just right.
And caught that just above the belt high.
Jordan Jaffe, the third baseman, stands in. 2 outs, base is empty. Raiders and the Liberty Flames winding up a 3-game set today. There's a strike call.
Off-speed delivery. They saw a lot of fastballs the last 2 days. See, a breaking pitch, slow breaking pitch early is kind of unusual for him.
Strike 2 called. 0-2. Evan Anderson is our home plate umpire. David Mayberry at first. Dalton James at third. The 0-2 pitch foul to the screen.
Oh, I see some blue trying to poke through out there, Dick.
Yeah, you can see the airplane, can't you?
I can see that as well.
Outside. That
Way
pitch goes all
outside.
the way back to the backstop. 1-2 the count. Nick Barone, the on-deck hitter. Left-hander Cole Torbett delivers the pitch, and it's outside for ball 2. Didn't pitch much, John, early in the season, and was called upon to make an emergency start in Jacksonville on the first game down there when Drew Horn injured his ankle.
Pitched very credibly.
There's a swing and a miss, struck him out with an off-speed pitch.
Had him reaching.
That is all for the Flames in the first inning. 3 up and 3 down, nothing across. So we'll go to the bottom of the first inning. Liberty nothing, and the Blue Raiders coming to bat. You're listening to Middle Tennessee Baseball from Van Wagner.
Hey folks, it's Chip Walters from Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, helping Middle Tennessee make smart moves in a fast-moving market. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, you deserve someone who knows this community and treats your goals like their own. From first-timers to long-time homeowners, I'm here to guide you with clarity, confidence, and a steady hand. When you're ready to make the next move, start with someone you trust. Visit choosechip.net and let's make your 2026 move the right move.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the first inning. Liberty went up and down in order in the top of the inning. And for the Flames, defensively, they'll look pretty much the same as they have for the entire series. With Vinston behind the plate, Jaffe at third, Marsh at short, Swafford at second, DiCandido at first, with Barone in left, Campos in center, and Shealy in right. And on the mound will be a right-hander, Bradley Zayak.
Bradley Zayak making his 14th appearance, 13th start. He's thrown 70 in the third innings, given up 27 runs, 24 of them earned on 63 hits, 15 walks, 58 strikeouts. He's got a 3.07 and an 8-0 record. I'd like to deal him that first loss, wouldn't you?
So Zayak will face Owen Nowak. Zayak's last outing was Sunday against Louisiana Tech, a game Liberty won 3-2. He went 7 innings, allowed 2 runs earned on 6 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts on 100 pitches. So he had a good outing Sunday. There's a strike call to Nowak, and it's 0-1 to the Raider leadoff hitter. Owen still leading the Raiders in hitting with a .328 mark. That's from the left side, and the right-hander delivers, and it's popped up in the infield. First baseman coming in. Pitcher started to go over there. The first baseman said, no, I'll take it.
Yeah.
That is out number 1.
You don't see that the pitcher taking those pop-ups in the infield very often.
Here is Lane Akers Lane's playing first base today. Tyler Minnick not in the starting lineup.
First time this season not in the starting lineup.
Swing and a miss, strike one to Akers. Lane is hitless in the series. He is 0 for 6. So trying to get that first hit against the Liberty Flames. And Zayak's pitch grounded to third. Jaffe up with it. Throw to first is accurate, and that is out number 2.
Now batting, second baseman number 4, Cooper Clapp.
So 2 up and 2 down here in inning number 1. And for the Raiders, Cooper Clapp, who has homered John in 5 straight games. Don't know that I've seen that in a while.
It has been a while.
Pitch to the plate, swung on a miss, strike one.
Today is a day that you could do it. Wind blowing out.
Cooper's 5 out of 9. Home run in each of the first 2 games and 3 runs batted in the series.
You know, you asked me that question about left-handed catchers, and Dale Long was one of the answers. Dale Long, for the longest time, had the record for most consecutive games with a home run at 7.
Pitch is inside for ball 2, 2-1. Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah, when he was a Pirate. That's one of the factoids I picked up off of back of a baseball card.
Here's the 2-1, high outside ball 3. They're pitching carefully to the Raiders' second baseman.
They sure are.
You don't blame them.
I do not blame them. You want to give him a fastball middle in at waist high?
And Zayak's pitch outside ball 4, and he walked him. He was not going to give in to him. So there's the first base runner of this game. Cooper Clapp trots down to first with the base on balls. And the batter is Nathan Brewer. 3 out of 7 in the series with a double. And will stand in from the left side against this right-hander, Bradley Zayak. He is out of Chesapeake, Virginia. Pitch to the plate. Caught the inside corner, strike one. Zayak listed at 6'3", 215. He's a sophomore. And played last year at East Carolina, which is probably the best program in the American League. There's a swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2 the count. Runner at first, Clapp. 2 outs, the pitch. High for a ball, 1-2.
Well, they're pitching carefully to Nathan Brewer as well.
Leads the team with 12 home runs, and of course had that 4 home run game against FIU in the Raiders' last series. Checked his swing on a pitch that was low and inside, and the count will go to 2-2. Dean O'Neill would bat next. Ready for the 2-2 pitch. The runner goes. Ball hit in the air into left field. Probably shallow. The shortstop, Sheehan, or Marsh, is back. Makes an overhead catch for out number 3. And that'll be all for the Raiders. In the first inning, no runs, no hits. There was a walk and 1 man left on base. So we've completed 1 full inning, and we are scoreless here at Reese Smith Field. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's locker room on the concourse. From bold new drops to timeless campus classics, we've got everything you need to turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit, because at Lightning's locker room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
Locally grown, Blue Raider proud. This is Jonathan Harmon with the J. Harmon Home Team. As an MTSU alumnus and lifelong Rutherford County resident, I bring the heart of a teacher, the grit of a Blue Raider, and over 15 years of real estate experience to every client. Honest to a fault, connected to the community, and driven to serve. I don't just help you buy or sell, I help you understand every step. The J. Harmon Home Team, where real estate meets real talk.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
And we move to the top of the second inning, no score. Left-hander Cole Torbett on the mound for the Raiders. He'll face the 4, 5, 6 hitters for Liberty, Barone, Swafford, and Shealy.
Leading off the top of the second for Liberty, left fielder number 17.
Here in the second inning.
Barone.
The series tied at 1 game apiece. So the series is up for grabs today. The pitch outside to Barone for ball 1.
We've already had one final in Conference USA today. Guess who lost a series?
Pitch is a strike call, 1-1. I wouldn't
in Delaware. Delaware took 2 out of 3. They won today. Beat Western Kentucky 6-3.
Pitch is high, ball 2. They must have started at dawn.
I suspect Western had an early flight.
2-1 pitch. Just missed the knees, ball 3. Raiders have done a great job on the first 4 hitters in the Liberty order. They are combined 4 for 37 in this series. And there's ball 4 to Barone. And that's the first base runner for the Flames.
Second base number 49, Easton Swafford.
Now, the bottom part of the order is a different story.
They have been tearing us up, haven't they?
Easton Swafford, the second baseman, he is 2 for 7 with a home run, and that home run was a grand slam in yesterday's ball game.
Yeah, that one was the one that kind of ripped the heart out of the Raiders.
Pitch in there for a strike call to Swafford.
That big, what was it, the 5th inning yesterday, wasn't it?
Lefty-lefty matchup. Barone leads at first, draws a throw over there. Raiders won the first game Thursday night, 8-1. Liberty prevailed yesterday, 10-2. 1 strike on Swafford. The pitch is high, ball 1. So the Flames will be heading down to Kennesaw after the game today. They're not going to try to go all the way back to Virginia and then all the way back.
7-hour bus trip back to Virginia and then at least that much to Georgia.
There's a drive, foul ball down the right field line. And the count will be 1-2, a little bit out in front of that pitch. So a ball and 2 strikes to Easton Swafford.
Well, Liberty has already finished its semester, so no problem with scholars needing to be in the classroom this week.
There's a pitch high for ball 2, 2-2. Raiders also have no classes this week. Had graduation last weekend. So the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Plate umpires walking over and.
Oh, they wanted the rosin bag.
Well, the umpire made a nice gesture. He walked out and was the middleman there in the exchange.
Yeah.
So Torbett has a rosin bag now.
All that pregame excitement messed things up a little bit. Normally that rosin bag would be right where it is right now.
Here's the 2-2 pitch, and it's hit to left field. Brewer charging toward the line, still coming, and will drop it. And
that's a fair ball.
They called it a fair ball.
And it went out of play. It came off of his glove as he was, they called it fair. He was coming across the line, came off his glove, went into the well where the tarp is stored down the left field line.
So the runners will get an extra base, and are they going to score that at error?
I hope so.
That's what the scoreboard has.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be an E7. So runners at second and third with no outs.
That'll be a two-base error.
And there's a line drive. Badylak's got it at shortstop. Barely had to move to take that shot off the bat of Landon Seeley for the first out. So Brewer charged with an error as tried to make a running catch. I thought the ball was going to be foul at first, but they ruled it fair, so it rolled, as John said, into the well where they keep the tarp, so everybody got an extra base. There's a ball inside to Ryan Drum, and you got to be careful with this guy, John. He had
turned into a power hitter yesterday, didn't he?
2 home runs yesterday. Had 1 coming into the game, so he's got 3 on the season now. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-1. Drum is 2 out of 5 in the series with 3 RBIs. Both of those hits left the ballpark, and both in yesterday's game. Torbett with a 1-1, low and inside, bounced into the turf, blocked there by Dean O'Neill. Count will go to 2-1. Now the batter needs a little rosin, so the humidity is going to be up a little bit today, John.
I can already feel it in here in the press box.
Yep, and expect that rosin bag will be getting plenty of use today. 2 balls, 1 strike to Drum. And Torbett's pitch is fouled off for strike 2. Still no score, but a leadoff walk and a 2-base error have runners at second and third for Liberty with 1 out here in the second inning. A 2-2 pitch coming from Cole Torbett. Here it is. Foul to the over the top of the screen for 2. And strikeout number 2 for Cole Torbett. Make that 3 strikeouts for Torbett. Had 2 in the first inning. Here's Cale Bidston, the catcher. That's from the right side. He is 0 for 3 in the series. And Torbett with the pitch. Off-speed pitch. Caught the inside corner for strike 1.
Torbett in a good position to do some serious damage control here.
1 strike to count to Bidston. Pitch is high. Young man spells his name H-B-I-D-S-T-E-N. He is from Minnesota.
You're getting that down.
Silent H. Pronounced Bidston. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Transfer from Western Kentucky, where he played for the Hilltoppers last year.
Torbett's been getting a couple of swing and misses here on change-ups.
A ball and 2 strikes to Bidston. Left-hander comes set. Pitch is just low. End of the turf, 2-2. Torbett trying to get out of a jam here in the second inning, not of his own making, well, partly of his own making. He walked the leadoff batter, but then an error There's a ground ball to third. Von Dolan picks it up, fires across, and got him for out number 3.
There we go. Pitched around it.
Good job by Cole Torbett and the Raiders getting out of that pickle in the second quarter. No runs, no hits. There was an error and 2 men left. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. Liberty nothing, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're in tune with Middle Tennessee baseball from Van Wagner.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
We go to the Raider half of the second inning. Raiders had 1 base runner in the first inning, a walk to Cooper Clapp, but nothing else. O'Neill, Rogers, Von Dolan scheduled to hit here against the right-hander Bradley Zayak. They're trying to hand him his first loss of the season. Making his 13th start. Pitch to O'Neill is taken for ball 1. O'Neill 1 out of 8 in the series, but that was an RBI single in game 1. Looks at ball 2 outside, 2-0. Zayak has some interesting family history we'll pass along when we have a moment. 2 balls, no strikes, and a line drive in the left center field. That is going to get to the wall. 1 hop off the wall, and O'Neill will have a stand-up double.
That's the way to start.
To lead off inning number 2. And for Dean, his 13th 2-base hit of the season, and it's the first hit off Bradley Zayak. And Brett Rogers will stand in.
Oh, that ball was a line drive more than a fly ball, which is probably what kept Josh Campos, the center fielder, from running it down.
Caromed off the last painted sign before the big blue batting eye out in left center field. Rogers hits a fly ball deep to right field, but on the track it'll be caught. And O'Neill will tag and advance to third after the catch. I thought that was going to get out of here, John.
I did too. He got under it just a little bit. Now we've got a runner at third with just 1 out.
Productive out for Brett Rogers as the runner advances to third, and Von Dolan will try to bring him in with 1 out in the second inning.
They threw that ball back to Zayak. He said, I don't want it anymore. He threw it, said, let me throw that one out. Let me get a new baseball.
He was fortunate to get it back.
That's right.
Here's the pitch to Von Dolan. It's outside for ball 1. Brett in the series, 1 out of 6. Cale Vinson in the on-deck circle will hit next. And there's a drive to left field, and he's not going to get that one back. That one is gone.
Yes.
That is a 2-run home run for Brett Von Dolan as he circles the bases with his 6th home run.
Been a while since he had that last one.
That is an Old South Properties home run. It's time to go home. Old South Properties, Tennessee's favorite home builder and official home builder of Middle Tennessee, is this season's home run sponsor, and Brett Bondola just made him proud. And it is 2-0 Raiders. No doubt about that one when it left the bat. Here's Cale Vinson. Cale making his first start of the season, I believe.
I think you're right. He's only had appeared in 5 games. The big one was that appearance in that extra inning game up at Belmont.
Takes the first pitch for a called strike.
He had a very crucial role in that win.
Zach's pitch swung on, fouled out of play, and it's 0-2. Had him on pregame not too long ago, and we were talking about his role on the team, and he said, well, he just tries to stay ready whenever his name is called. Here's the 0-2. Check swing, and they rig him up. Tried to check on a high fastball. That will be out number 2. The batter is Clay Badalak. So Cale received his replica jersey before the game. Von Dolan also. O'Neill also, and so did Badalak. Now some of those guys will be back because some of them are redshirt juniors. You know, I say they'll be back. They'll have the opportunity to come back if they want to. Pitch high to Badalak. Badalak's career will be over, though, because he's already got his master's. Hits one high in the air into right field, fairly deep, not deep enough, over in front of the big scoreboard. The right fielder Seeley looks up into the sun and makes the catch for out number 3. So that is all, but the Raiders in the second inning come up with 2 runs on 2 hits, double and a home run, and nobody left. We've completed 2 full innings here at Reese Smith Field. Middle Tennessee 2 and Liberty nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Ben Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
Throw goes down to second. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. The Raiders now on top by a score of 2-0, thanks to Brett Bondolan's 2-run homer in the bottom of inning number 2. 9th place hitter is Josh Campos, center fielder for the Flames. He'll lead off against Cole Torbett. 2 scoreless innings for Torbett with 1 walk and 3 strikeouts.
Oh.
And that's deep to left field, but it's going to be handled out there.
Wow.
By
Dick,
Nathan Brewer.
Off the bat, I thought that was gone.
Campos hit it deep to left field.
Wow.
Wind might have had something to do with holding that one up, because I'm like you. I was going to hold my breath on that one. That's out number 1. Here in the 3rd inning, the batter is Tanner Marsh.
Off the bat, I thought it was going to end up on the staircases over below the football stadium.
Marsh shows bunt, takes the pitch low for ball 1. One of the keys has been to keep this guy off base, and the Raiders have done a great job on that. He's 0 for 10 in the series. And on base only once, I think. There's a strike.
Reached on Thursday on an error. That was in the 5th inning. But we stranded him, and that was couldn't go anywhere because there was a runner in front of him.
1-1 pitch is outside, ball 2.
At that point, the bases were loaded, and David Horn pitched around that trouble.
1 out here in the 3rd. Raiders on top, 2-0.
Then Cole Cates walked him to lead off the 9th last night, but
fly ball to center field.
Wasn't going anywhere.
Nowak back. He'll take it for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down in the 3rd, and the batter is DeCandido.
I tell you what, between Owen Nowak and Josh Campos, the Liberty center fielder, we're getting a clinic in center field play this weekend.
Couple of pretty good guys out there. DeCandido is normally the DH for them, but he's filling in for their first baseman who's been held out due to an injury. Pitch is high for ball 1. So DeCandido is playing first base. 1 ball, no strikes to the left-handed hitter. Facing the lefty, Cole Torbett. And Torbett catches the outside corner, and it's 1-1.
He has been just very, very effective with that changeup today.
The 1-1 pitch. It's ground ball to second. Clapp backhands it, throws to first, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Cole Torbett and the Blue Raiders. 2 fly balls and a ground ball, and just like that, we're going to the bottom of the 3rd. Score, Middle Tennessee 2 and Liberty nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's locker room on the concourse. From bold new drops to timeless campus classics, we've got everything you need to turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit, because at Lightning's locker room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
Top of the batting order for the Raiders here in the 3rd inning. As Owen Nowak, who opened the game by popping out in the bottom of the 1st, will stand in against Bradley Zayak.
Had to tie his shoe first, though.
Nowak steps in against the right-hander Zayak. And first pitch is drilled to center field, but right at Campos. Takes 2 or 3 steps back, makes the catch for out number 1. I mentioned Zayak. His grandfather was a gentleman named Fred Sheffield, once the NCAA high jump champion.
Wow.
Also played basketball at Utah and was a member of their 1944 national championship team. He's got some good bloodlines. Pitches a strike called to Lane Akers.
High jumpers and pole vaulters, I just don't get it.
There's a pitch low, 1-1. Sheffield also played in the big leagues in the NBA, the basketball big leagues, for the Philadelphia Warriors and Cincinnati.
The Royals.
Yep. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside, ball 2, 2-1. Well, he must have been some kind of athlete.
Boy.
High jump champion, college basketball standout, professional basketball player. Swing and a miss. Count 2-2 to Akers. New baseball for Zayak. Lane looking for his first hit in the series. He's 0 for 7. Grounded out in the first inning. Take strike 3 call. I think he knew it.
Yep.
That's out number 2. And strikeout number 2 for Zayak. So here's Cooper Clapp. Drew a walk in the first inning. Has a home run in each of the first 2 games of this series and has homered in 5 straight games. Pitch to the plate. Strike called.
That's the first strike he's seen, isn't it? Didn't he just see the 4 pitches in the first?
Had 1 strike.
Okay. Throw him another one.
And he hits it high in the air in the infield. Shortstop coming in, Marsh. He'll make the grab right behind second base for out number 3. So a quick 3rd inning. The Raiders up and down in order. And the totals after 3. Middle Tennessee 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error. And Liberty no runs, no hits, and no errors. Raiders lead 2-0. We go to the 4th inning. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Cole Torbett tosses his last warm-up pitch. The throw goes to second. We're set to play here in the top of the 4th inning. 3, 4, 5 in the Liberty order will face Torbett. That'll be Jaffe, Barone, and Swampert. He struck out Jordan Jaffe in the first inning. Right-handed hitter. 332 average coming into the series. And the pitch is swung on, hit to left center field. Charging is Nathan Brewer. He'll make the catch for out number 1. 1 up, 1 down in the 4th.
They're doing a lot of first pitch swinging, aren't they?
Nick Barone, the left fielder, drew a walk in the 2nd inning. He was stranded. Torbett got out of a 2nd and 3rd no-out situation in that 2nd inning. There's a strike call, 0-1 to Barone. 0 for 8 in the series. High for a ball, 1-1. So the first 3 in the batting order for the Flames are a combined 4 for 40 in this series. Pitch is ball 2, 2-1. Raider pitchers have done a great job keeping those batters high in the order off the base. There's a base hit to left field. That is Barone's first hit in the series. Also the first hit off Cole Torbett today. And Barone is at first base with one out.
Von Dolan made a valiant dive for that. Got past him, though.
Swafford hit that fly ball that Brewer couldn't keep in his mitt in the second inning. Went for a two-base error. Throw over to first, runner back.
Yeah, and so now you got second and third and nobody out, and Torbett did just a great job of pitching out of that jam.
Runner at first, one out here in the fourth. Another throw to first. Now Barone with 18 stolen bases on the year is their second leading base stealer behind Marsh.
Looks to me like Torbett has been informed of that.
Yes. Yeah, they can read the stat sheet. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Well, if you go down to the Raider dugout before ball game, one of the things that's posted in the Raider dugout is the scouting report. They do a really good job of putting together a scout for the opponent.
There's ball one outside, 1-1.
There's not much that they miss. Sometimes the miss is not in the lack of scouting, just the
execution.
Execution, exactly.
1-1 the count to Swafford. Had that grand slam home run in yesterday's game, was kind of broke that game wide open. And the pitch right in there, strike called, 1-2. Barone made a little move as if he was going to try to steal, but he came back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Left-hander comes set. And the pitch. Missed outside. The runner goes. Throw to second is going to be not in time. He wasn't running right on the pitch, John.
No, I'm wondering if you don't score that a wild pitch.
Count will go to 2-2.
O'Neill had that ball was into the turf.
Now a runner at second with one out. And the pitch to the plate is outside, and that one gets by O'Neill, and the runner goes to third.
That one is definitely a wild pitch.
No doubt about that.
They are giving Barone a stolen base to get to second.
So the count full at 3 balls, 2 strikes to Swafford. Runner at third with one out. Raiders leading 2-0. We're in the top of the fourth inning. Cole Torbett with the pitch. Low and outside, ball 4. Second walk allowed by Torbett. First and third. That will, however, set up a possible double play if you can get a ground ball out of Shealy.
Now what you have to do is make sure you can keep Swafford at first.
Shealy went after the first pitch in the second inning and lined out to shortstop. Torbett checks that runner at first, and the pitch is a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes. That one had the strike zone all right, but it was just a bit low.
Well, everybody on this team, Liberty team, runs, don't they?
Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. They've got 97, now 98 stolen bases on the season.
Swafford 5 for 5.
1-1 the count. And the pitch. Low, the runner breaks, and that's going to be a wild pitch, I think. You think so, John? It was into the turf.
It was. That play was an awful lot. They're giving him a stolen base.
2-1.
That play was exactly like the one earlier.
Well, he didn't start till the ball hit the turf.
Well, neither did.
Boy, that pitch looked like a strike. It's called a ball, and it's 3-1.
Yeah, Barone didn't start until the ball was mishandled at the plate.
3 balls, 1 strike. Second and third now, 1 out. And a fly ball, shallow right. Going to be handled by Klepp, the second baseman, so they will not try to score on that. Klepp into shallow right field, just a few steps to take the pop-up. 2 outs. This is Drum. Torbett struck him out in the second inning. Coach Myers is going to go out and talk to his pitcher. I don't blame him because this guy hurt us yesterday with a pair of home runs. I don't think anybody's been throwing in the bullpen. There's some activity down there. But
yeah, let me get the glasses on. Nobody throwing quite yet.
I think Jerry just wants to remind him that, hey, this guy can hurt you, so here's the way we need to pitch him. Pitch him the same way you did in the second inning when you struck him out, huh?
Yeah, there's a right-hander has just started throwing. I think that's Mason Dobbs. He's kind of behind the pole.
Think we could get him to relocate that pole, John?
My guess is not. That pole looks pretty substantial.
It does, doesn't it? So here's Drum, strikeout victim in the second inning. Second and third, 2 outs. Those are the tying runs on base. And Cole Torbett's pitch, that one bounced into the turf. There's been a lot of turf balls here in this inning. Home plate area, all turf. First and third base line, all turf for about 80 feet. And then everything else is good old dirt and grass. The pitch, that's in for a strike, 1-1. Don't think this guy's going to see a fastball.
Well, Torbett doesn't throw many fastballs to begin with.
And the 1-1 pitch hit to right field. That one needs to go foul. It will, and it's just a long strike.
One bounce and then over the sidewall.
1-2.
Down toward the bullpen. Didn't quite get there.
So Torbett ahead in the count now. Can throw him just about anything he wants to.
How about a
1-2 count?
How about a strikeout here?
Barone at third, Swafford at second.
Pitching him down and in.
And a fly ball. Should be out of the inning. Nowak coming in. Shallow center field will take it. That is out number 3. Good job by Cole Torbett and the Raiders. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. And we will go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Raiders leading by a score of 2-0. You're listening to Middle Tennessee Baseball from Van Wagner.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Hey folks, it's Chip Walters from Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates, helping Middle Tennessee make smart moves in a fast-moving market. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, you deserve someone who knows this community and treats your goals like their own. From first-timers to long-time homeowners, I'm here to guide you with clarity, confidence, and a steady hand. When you're ready to make the next move, start with someone you trust. Visit choosechip.net and let's make your 2026 move the right move.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Welcome back on Senior Day. Raiders leading 2-0. We'll go to the fourth inning. Raider fourth inning. Blue Raiders seniors Tyler Minnick, Clay Badalack, Dean O'Neill, Landon Birch, Bryant Baranek, Landon Sexton, Ollie Akins, Cale Benson, David Horn Jr., and senior manager Drew Hillian, all honored before this ball game. Nathan Brewer will lead off the fourth inning for the Raiders. Raiders put up 2 in the second on a 2-run blast by Brett Von Dolan. It was his 6th home run of the season.
That was good to see him get some of his touch back.
Brewer popped out to the shortstop in the first inning. Grounds this one foul outside the bag at first for strike one. Play him deep in the outfield as well they should. Checked his swing and took the pitch high for ball 1-1.
Especially with that wind blowing out to right field.
It's not a gale, but it's plenty enough to help a ball get up in the air.
Yeah, 11, 12 miles an hour.
Drive foul down to the right field line, bounces into the bullpen. Count will go 1-2. Guys in the bullpen have gotten a couple foul balls in this game. I guess they just throw them in the ball bag down there.
Use them for batting practice when we get to Georgia.
Check swing, and Brewer's going to be called out on strikes. Couldn't hold up. That is strikeout number 3 for Zayak.
That was Mason Dobbs, or is Mason Dobbs behind the pole.
First pitch to Dean O'Neill outside for ball 1. One out here in the fourth inning. Pitch is high, ball 2. So our friend Lois Garrett, who usually contacts us every game, loyal listener, not listening to us today, John.
Is not?
No, she's at the ballpark.
That's super. I'm so glad.
There's a strike call, 2-1. One out here in the fourth inning. And there's a ball tagged to center field. That's pretty well hit. Campos going back on the track, going to play it off the wall. And that is off the blue batting eye. That is a home run for Dean O'Neill. That's big blue wall right behind the center field fence. And that's the wall that Campos played it off of. So that's a home run for Dean O'Neill to straightaway center field.
That is about as straight away as you can get, isn't it? Right above the 390 sign.
So it is now a 3-0 game. Raiders have their second home run of the game, and for O'Neill, number 12 will tie him with Nathan Brewer for the team lead.
And good to see O'Neill get one. It's been a while for him.
Brent Rogers swings and misses the first pitch, strike 1.
I mean, way out in front of a off-speed pitch.
Rogers flied to right field in the second inning. And hits this one to left field. That was pretty well tagged. Long run by the left fielder. Leaps
off
up
the wall.
And it's off the top of the wall. Rogers is going to be held at first base. That's about as long a single as you can see, John.
That came off the wall just below the yellow line and just beyond Nick Barone's glove. He came within inches of catching that thing.
So that's hit number 4 off Zayak. And now we'll have a visit from the pitching coach, who is Keller Bradford.
They don't have anybody throwing yet. They got a couple of guys looking to do some stretching.
So with 1 out, Raiders have a runner at first. Back-to-back hits, a home run, then a single that was inches away from being another home run.
It's not like Zayak's getting in trouble with his pitch count. He's only at 43 here in the 4th inning, so that's been very, very economical.
Meeting breaks up. Brett Von Dolen ready to step in. I think that meeting had a couple of purposes. Number 1, to settle him down after 2 straight hits, and number 2, to remind him that Von Dolen is coming up and he tags you for a home run in the 2nd inning. Pitch is low for ball 1.
Give you an idea, Colt Torbett threw 4 innings at 60 pitches, which is right where you want to be.
Yeah, about 15 an inning. Runner goes, ground ball to third, he boots it. And the throw to first is going to get Von Dolen.
5-6-3.
Third baseman Jaffe had it kick off his glove right to the shortstop Marsh, who didn't hesitate. He fired a strike to first base. Well, that
saved Jaffe an error there, didn't he?
Saved a double play.
Yeah.
5-6-3 on the putout. So 2 outs. Rogers down at second, and the batter is Cale Vincent. He's caught out on strikes in the 2nd inning. Swings and misses on the first pitch from Zayak.
Got quite an ovation as he came to the plate just now. His cheering section out in force.
So Cale has seen limited action the last 2 years after being the regular second baseman as a sophomore. Swings and fouls this one straight back, and the count is 0-2. I'd like to thank Cale's dad, Jimbo Vincent, for bringing some.
Boy, he took care of us, didn't he?
Barbecue and beans and coleslaw up to the press box before the game. Pitches outside, 1-2.
Beats the heck out of a hot dog or a cheeseburger, doesn't it?
It did, no doubt.
I was glad to see the slaw. That meant that I could build an authentic Memphis-style barbecue sandwich.
Runner at second with 2 down, and the pitch taken for strike 3. That is going to be all in the 4th. But the Raiders come up with a run on the Dean O'Neill home run. There were 2 hits and 1 man left. So we have completed 4 full innings, Middle Tennessee 3 and Liberty nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Ben Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's locker room on the concourse. From bold new drops to timeless campus classics, we've got everything you need to turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit, because at Lightning's locker room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And we move into the fifth inning. Game number 55 of the 2026 season and the final game. The Raiders, out of a 56-game schedule, John, got in 55 of them. The only cancellation was that Lipscomb game. That was last week, wasn't it?
It was.
Midweek game last week. And you know, it never did rain. It never rained.
Not here. We had one like that a couple of years ago.
I don't think it rained in Nashville either.
We were on our way to Vanderbilt, and we were actually already in Nashville on the 440, and that one was canceled.
First pitch to Bidston is a ball outside. Bidston, Campos, and Marsh, 8, 9, and 1 to face Cole Torbett. There's a ball hit into left center. That's going to fall in for a hit. And Bidston, as Nowak plays it off the wall, Bidston's going to pull into second with a double.
Found the gap.
Under that big scoreboard in right center. Second hit in the game for the Liberty Flames, and the batter is Josh Campos. Had a fly ball to left field in his first at bat. And Coach Jerry Myers coming out of the dugout.
Mason Dobbs been throwing, and he's been joined out there by Drew Horn. And they're going to the pen.
So we're going to have a pitching change here in the fifth inning with a runner at second, no outs. Cole Torbett leaves and should get a nice hand.
Yeah, nice job.
Gave the Raiders a good start here and has a 3-0 lead. We'll have a new pitcher for the Raiders. We'll tell you about it when we come back. You're on the Blue Raider Network. From Van Wagner.
Locally grown, Blue Raider proud. This is Jonathan Harmon with the J. Harmon Home Team. As an MTSU alumnus and lifelong Rutherford County resident, I bring the heart of a teacher, the grit of a Blue Raider, and over 15 years of real estate experience to every client. Honest to a fault, connected to the community, and driven to serve. I don't just help you buy or sell, I help you understand every step. The J. Harmon Home Team, where real estate meets real talk.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
Raiders make a pitching change here in the fifth inning as Cole Torbett leaves after 4 innings and 1 batter in the fifth. That 1 batter in the fifth, probably the reason for his exit, because that batter picked up a leadoff double. And now Mason Dobbs is in from the bullpen, a junior from Barrington, New Jersey, and a transfer from Rowan College.
Making his 16th relief appearance, all in relief. He's thrown 20 innings, given up 14 runs, 12 earned on 23 hits, 10 walks, 16 strikeouts. He's got a 5.40 ERA, a 2-2 record with 2 saves.
Let's see, Mason came in the Memphis game.
Yeah, we saw him there, and very tail end, got the save. You're absolutely right.
Got the save in that game. So he will face the number 9 hitter, Campos, and then we'll go back to the top of the batting order. Liberty with a runner at second, no outs. We're in the 5th inning. Raiders on top 3-0. Campos flied out in the 3rd inning. He's 0 for 1. Right-hander comes set. And the pitch. And the breaking ball is high for ball 1. Don't think there's any doubt that's his best pitch, John. That good?
Oh, he's got a terrific breaking ball.
12-6 curveball.
Maybe the best curveball in this ball club.
And the pitch. A little tap foul. And the count will go to 1-1. Throws a fastball, curveball, slider, and changeup. I think that was the slider. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's that good 12-6 curve right in there. 1-2.
What a hook.
A ball and 2 strikes to Campos.
That's a dying art. You know, Dick, that great curveball like that.
Runner leads at second. And the pitch. High fly ball to left field. Brewer going back. Looking up, and that one is gone.
Off the wall of champions.
That is a 2-run homer for Josh Campos. And it's his 2nd home run of the series. It'll make it a 3-2 ball game now. 10th home run of the season for Campos. So one of those runs charged to Torbett.
Yeah, Torbett's final number will be 4+ innings. He gives up 1 run on 2 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts.
Now the top of the batting order, Tanner Marsh.
Now it's Dobbs' game.
Pitch to Marsh, outside, ball 1.
That's not bad production from your number 9 hitter. 10 home runs.
Already got 1 yesterday. The Liberty hit 4 home runs yesterday. Here's the pitch, and outside, ball 2 to Marsh. 2-0. Raiders leading 3-2. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Dobbs pitch, swung on, and fouled out of play. Count goes to 2-1. You're checking the bullpen, I see.
I am. Nobody throwing right now. Drew Horn is doing some stretching.
Pitch is high, ball 3, 3-1. Count to Tanner Marsh. No outs here in the 5th inning. Leadoff double followed by a 2-run homer. And ball 4 is high. So now Marsh, who is their leading base stealer, is on base for only the 2nd time in the series.
First time he's been on base in a stealing situation.
Here's DeCandido, left-handed hitter who is lined out and grounded out, 0 for 2.
Abel Albaran has just started throwing in the Raider bullpen.
And the pitch by Dobbs in for a strike, 0-1. Raider infield double play depth.
Marsh doing some gardening over there.
Smoothing out the dirt in front of first base.
Yeah.
He's not accustomed to running on dirt, John.
I guess not. They play on turf up there, don't they?
Just about everybody does. Our ballpark, FIU, and Missouri State are the only true grass and dirt fields in the league.
And Missouri State will stay grass because they also play AA baseball on that. They're not going to put turf in there.
1 strike to count. DiCandido stands in from the left side. And Dobbs with a pitch, missed outside, 1-1. Well, a double play would certainly be a big help right here.
Oh, yeah.
And the pitch. Breaking ball caught the outside corner, 1-2. Marsh bluffed going to second on that pitch. Let's see what he's doing here with a count of 1-2, and now Dobbs will throw over to first.
Now,
Keep him honest.
Do you risk the strike him out, throw him out double play, or run to stay out of a ground ball double play?
Right-hander comes set. And the pitch. Fly ball
Doesn't
right
matter.
field. That one's tagged. That one is going to be out of here. So a pair of 2-run homers here in the 5th inning, both off Mason Dobbs, will put Liberty in the lead by a score of 4-3.
I don't think that was wind aided, Dick.
So we'll have a pitching change here. 2 2-run homers in this 5th inning. New pitcher coming in for the Raiders. We'll tell you about him when we come back on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
Raiders' new pitcher is Emil Albaran. Pitched on Tuesday against Memphis. Pitched quite well, actually, and pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, but only one of those was earned on 5 hits, and kept the Raiders in that ballgame.
Well, that's his job here, is to make sure that we keep them where they are. He's making his 15th appearance. That means it's 11th in relief. He's thrown 30 in the 3rd inning. He's given up 30 runs, 24 earned on 39 hits, 14 walks, 22 strikeouts. Got a 7.12 ERA and an 0-1 record with no saves.
So 4 runs in here in the 5th inning and still nobody out for the Flames. The batter will be Jordan Jaffe. So for 2.
Now batting, third baseman number 18, Jordan Jaffe.
Jaffe is struck out and fly to left. First base coach went to sleep in the dugout, and he gets a call by the umpire. Come on out here, go to work, son. First pitch, breaking ball high to Jaffe, ball 1. Jaffe 3 out of 9 in the series. Takes ball 2 upstairs. So Liberty cannot win the championship. Jacksonville State has already wrapped that up. And I guess they would like to finish second.
Well, that is going to depend on Missouri State, which is down at Kennesaw.
So ain't going to miss. Count will go to 2-1 on Jaffe.
They're in the bottom of the 6th down there with Kennesaw State on top of Missouri State, 9-6.
Foul out of play, and the count will go to 2-2 on Jordan Jaffe. So you would think Missouri State would just stick around down there for a day or two, huh?
I would think that's probably. Are the Braves in town?
They are right now. I think they'll be leaving next week. 2-2 pitch, swung on, fouled at the plate, and bounced out into fair territory. The count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Things have quietened down here in the ballpark.
I tell you, that's what a couple of home runs will do to you.
2 2-run homers in this inning for the Flames. And the pitch to the plate, another foul that went off to the right, out of bounds. So Jaffe getting to see a lot of pitches from Alberon. Bases are empty, no outs here in the 5th inning. Ball 3 is outside. Count goes full, 3-2. Inning started with a leadoff double by Bidston against Cole Torbett. He was taken out. Mason Dobbs came in. There's a hard ground ball to short, backhanded by Badalak. Long throw to first, and a nice scoop by Lane Akers for the out.
Lane Akers made it look like he's a lifelong first baseman with that one.
That's out number 1 here in the 5th inning. Batter will be Nick Barone. So after Torbett left, Campos, 2-run homer to left center, a walk to Marsh, 2-run homer by DiCandido to right, and all of a sudden the lead is gone and you're trailing 4-3. 1 out, base is empty, and Barone takes a strike from Alberon.
Alberon's job is to hold it right here, get us out of this inning with nothing more across, and let us come back and start chipping away in the 5th.
That pitch misses low for ball 1. 1-1. Barone has walked and singled. Single in the 4th inning was his first hit in the series. And Alberon's pitch, that's a little bit low for ball 2. 2-1. Alberon pitches out of the stretch. And a swinging foul. On deck hitter grabbed it. And that would be Swafford. 2-2. There's another foul ball. This time's third base coach will make a nice fielding play.
Yes, he did.
Well, he's a former player for them. That's Andrew Cox. Coaching at third.
Showing he's still got the good hands.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And Albron delivers and struck him out swinging. High inside fastball, and he went around for out number 2.
Now batting, second baseman number 49, Easton.
Here's Swafford. He's been safe on an error and has walked, so haven't been able to keep him off the base path. Warm and humid on this Saturday afternoon. This is the letters, ball 1. A little bit high.
I think that cloud cover's probably helping us some, though.
Ground ball, hard hit past Akers into right field. Hard single by Swafford into right. His first hit off Albron. And the batter will be Shealy,
Now batting,
who is lined out and popped out.
Landon Seeley.
Seeley, the sophomore. Young man out of Kentucky. Runner at first, and the pitch is inside to Seeley for ball 1. Conference USA Track and Field Championships continuing over at the Dean Hayes Track Stadium across the way. Should be having the finals in several events over there. Here's the 1-strike pitch, and it's high for ball 2. 2-0 to Seeley. Also got graduation over at the Murphy Center. I don't know who's matriculating today, but that parking lot's full.
And then back behind us, there's a dance recital at the Tucker Theater. Parking place is a premium today.
3 balls, no strikes. And as usual, they did not have a guard out to keep spots open for our baseball crowd. Of course, they did on Thursday and Friday when the parking lot was absolutely empty. There's a strike called, 3-1.
Looks like they're having some kind of a field event over. What are they throwing? They're throwing something.
Javelin or discus or?
I can't quite tell.
Shot put?
That could be as well.
There's ball 4, too low. So they'll put runners at first and second with 2 outs.
Albron came in, got the first 2 hitters he faced, has lost the next 2.
So this is the 9th man to bat here in the 5th inning, Ryan Drum. He was struck out and flied out. He's 0 for 2.
Drew Horn now throwing in the Raider bullpen.
Pitch to Drum as a fastball in for a strike. Nothing in 2, or nothing in 1. This is Albron's 4th batter, 5th batter. Fly ball should be out of the inning. Shallow right. Rogers coming in, and he takes it for out number 3. So the Flames bat around in the 5th inning. They score 4 on
Liberty scored 4 runs,
4 hits,
with no errors and 2 runners left
and
on
they
base.
leave 2. So Albron does pitch a full inning. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. We're halfway home in this game. Liberty 4, Middle Tennessee 3. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
It's a great opportunity for young players.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Raiders in the 5th inning. We'll have Clay Badalak to lead off, and then the top of the batting order coming up against Bradley Zayak. Raiders have touched him up for a couple of home runs, but Liberty also has a couple of home runs, and each one of theirs came with a man on base. Raiders have a 2-run homer and a solo, and that's the difference in the game, 4-3. Badalak flied to right field in the 2nd inning. The left-handed hitter faces the right-hander Zayak, takes the first pitch outside, 4-1.
Liberty has a left-hander throwing in their bullpen.
Badalak swings through this pitch, and it's 1-1. I think the Raiders would like to get into that bullpen, John. This starter's been, even though he's given up a couple of long balls, it's been pretty tough. Pitch high for ball 2, 2-1.
Oh, that home run by Dean O'Neill that gave us the that third run back in the 4th was important. Keeps us from going 2 down. We are down, but one swing of the bat can change that.
Strike call to Badalak. It's 2-2. And Zayak's 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed, foul tipped into the catcher's mitt for strike 3. That's 1 out. Strikeout number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Strikeout number 5 for Zayak. Owen Nowak, who has popped out and flied out, 0 for 2, will stand in. They shift for Nowak, and he takes a strike call, 0-1.
Some of the most interesting action in that track meet over there is not going on the track. I'll tell you about it here in just a second.
1 strike to count to Nowak. Pitch is swung on and hit high in the air to right field, not deep enough. Right fielder's under it. Seeley will make the catch for out number 2.
Over on the football practice field, there is a game of, it looks like Frisbee rugby going on with two teams of young ladies. They've been having a blast the last 15 or 20 minutes.
Here's Lane Akers, 2 outs, base is empty, and the pitch swung on, hit to right field. That one is deep, and that was off the wall. Akers headed for second base. He will pull up there with a 2-out double. You could tell when he hit that ball, it had a little zing in it.
Yeah, off the top of the wall, got up on the wall, got close.
So now the tying run is at second base with 2 outs. And the batter's Cooper Clapp is walked and popped out.
And it was close enough that the right fielder, Seatley, had to go all the way to the wall. So when it came off the wall, that was what allowed Akers to go in standing up with that double.
Zach with the pitch. High ball one to Clapp.
Playing Clapp deep in right field.
It's a drive into right center field. Campos, the center fielder, on the track. Reaches up and makes the catch. Wow. Smith gave it a ride. Campos chased it down on the warning track. And that's all in the fifth. Raiders hit some shots, but end up with one runner left. No runs a hit, one left. We've completed 5 full innings. Liberty 4, Middle Tennessee 3. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Ben Wagner.
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's locker room on the concourse. From bold new drops to timeless campus classics, we've got everything you need to turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit, because at Lightning's locker room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Liberty batted around in the 5th inning, scored 4 runs to take a 4-3 lead. And they'll have the leadoff man, Bidston, who led off the 5th inning, leading off here again in the 6th. And he had a double. Kind of jumpstart that inning for them. It was also the last batter that Cole Torbett faced. Torbett had some good totals, didn't he, John?
He did, Dick. He went 4+ innings. Just gave up that 1 run that was that runner, that leadoff double in the 5th.
Line drive, that's a base hit to center field. And Bidston starts the 6th inning like he did the 5th with a base hit.
Now batting center fielder number 30.
Kid number 2 off Elberon.
Torbett was, and his pitch count was very manageable, but the way he throws, he starts becoming a liability the first time you go through the lineup the 3rd time. And that was where they were headed.
Pitch outside to Campos. Campos, a 2-run homer, followed that leadoff double by Bidston in the 5th. Campos has had 2 home runs in the series out of the number 9 spot. There's a drive into left center. Long run. Nowak can't get there. Drops for a base hit. He'll hold him to a long single. Both of those first 2 hits in this inning, very well hit.
Yep.
So now 1st and 2nd with no outs, and the batter is Marsh. And that'll bring Jerry Myers out of the dugout.
I have a feeling we're going to see Drew Horn here. It is absolutely essential for the Raiders to play damage control here.
Well, they did that successfully in the 2nd inning. And we'll see what Coach Myers has up his sleeve here. He's going to leave him in.
Yep.
Marsh could be up there to bunt with first and second and no outs. As the leadoff man, try and set up a big inning.
Yeah, with his kind of speed, if he gets the bunt laid down the right way, he could turn a sacrifice into a base hit.
So the right-hander comes set. He is around to bunt. Bunts it foul. Back behind the plate. Strike one. He's got DiCandido, who had a home run his last time up, waiting to hit next. Runners at first and second, no outs. Around the butt again. And that pitch, thought he might have fouled it back.
I thought he fouled it as well, but instead it's a pitch that got past Dean O'Neill. Now the bunt is definitely not in order.
Wild pitch, and both runners will advance. So the count is 1-1 to Marsh. That pitch was high and inside, and the way he was holding his bat, I thought it might have ticked off the bat.
Yeah, that gets Jerry Myers out. That's going to get the call to the bullpen.
So we'll have a pitching change here with no outs in the sixth inning. Runners at second and third. And the Raiders facing another difficult challenge here from Liberty in the sixth. We'll take a break. Back to tell you about our new pitcher after this on the Blue Raider Network. Ron Ben Wagner.
Drew Horn.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
So we've had the call to the bullpen here in the sixth inning with a 1-1 count on the batter. Drew Horn has been beckoned to take over the pitching duties.
Well, after 8 starts, he is now making his first relief appearance of the season. He's thrown 30 2/3 innings, given up 25 runs, 23 earned on 36 hits, 13 walks, 39 strikeouts. Got a 6.75 ERA with a 2-2 record.
Last appearance was on Sunday in Miami. Started game 3 of that series against FIU, but he lasted only 2 innings. I think they just were testing him out to see if the ankle would hold up, and wound up throwing about 40 pitches and was lifted after 2 innings.
Well, if you haven't pitched in, a month at that point, that's just taking care of your player.
So he comes in at a tough spot here with runners at second and third and no outs in the sixth inning. And a count of 1-1 on Tanner Marsh. short of that music, John.
Not me. Is that music? I guess it depends on how broadly you're willing to define the word, right?
1 ball, 1 strike. Now Drew Horn with a pitch, and it's popped up. Shallow right field. Rogers coming in. He's got it. They tag the runner. They're going to send him. And he stops halfway to home plate.
I think they saw where Brett Rogers has got a cannon.
Stopped halfway to home plate, turned around and went back.
You can see the spot in the infield where the runner at second, right there, where Clay Badalak just smoothed some dirt. That's how far the runner at second. He was 2/3 of the way to third base.
1 out, second and third. And the batter is DiCandido. 2-run homer in the 5th. Horn's pitch, foul to the screen, strike 1. Well, it's good to see number 32 back out there.
Yeah. I would expect he'll get one of the starts in pool play next week. Horn and Horn, what do you think?
Yeah, could be. Here's the 1-strike pitch. Ground ball to first. Akers has it. Runner at third broke quickly, and Akers did not have a chance to throw him out, so he takes the easy out at first.
About all you can do.
It's out number 2. The runner on third scores, and the runner at second goes to third.
That runner will be, the run is charged to Albrin. Right now, Albrin, an inning. 1 run on 3 hits, a walk and a strikeout.
So it's 5-3.
That runner on third does belong to him, though.
Jaffe takes a strike, 0-1. Horn has come in and gotten 2 outs. One of those a ground ball that allowed a run to score. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Throw him that slider. Or was that a changeup? It was off speed.
Runner third, Campos. And an 0-2 count coming to Jaffe. Lines it to first.
Oh,
Lane Akers.
Look what I got.
We'll grab it for out number 3. So Drew Horn comes in and throws cold water on the Flames. They do come up with 1 run on 2 hits with 1 man left. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is Liberty 5, Middle Tennessee 3. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Hey folks, it's Chip Walters from Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, helping Middle Tennessee make smart moves in a fast-moving market. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, you deserve someone who knows this community and treats your goals like their own. From first-timers to long-time homeowners, I'm here to guide you with clarity, confidence, and a steady hand. When you're ready to make the next move, start with someone you trust. Visit choosechip.net and let's make your 2026 move the right move.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
Liberty makes a pitching change between innings. So the starter, Zach, is gone after 5 innings. New pitcher is a left-hander, Matt Porter. Last pitched on Tuesday against Wake Forest in relief. Went 2 scoreless innings. No runs, no hits. And no walks, 3 strikeouts, and was not involved in that decision.
Well, he's now making his 15th appearance, all but 2 of those in relief. He's thrown 19 2/3 innings, giving up 19 runs, 14 earned on 18 hits, 12 walks, 25 strikeouts. He's got a 6.41 ERA with no decisions, no saves.
He is a first-year grad transfer from Pittsburgh. 6-footer, 200 pounds.
And just to let you know, he has also hit 5 batters.
Facing Nathan Brewer leading off here in the 6th inning. Brewer takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Time to go to work with those bats, John. It's 5-3.
Well, it's still very manageable.
Strike called, 1-1.
Final numbers on starter Bradley Zayak. Goes 5 innings, gives up 3 runs all earned on 5 hits, a walk, and 5 strikeouts.
Pitch outside to Brewer. He is in line to be the winning pitcher if the lead holds for Liberty. 2-1 to Nathan Brewer. He'll be followed by O'Neill. Swinging a foul to the screen. The count will go 2-2 on Brewer.
And that has Liberty going into a shift. They send the shortstop back over into the shortstop's position. The third baseman goes over to the right of second base, so you got 3 infielders over there.
Driving to left center field. That is going to be in for a hit. And a leadoff single for Brewer goes the other way and crosses up the shift. Second time he's done that in the series.
He knows how to do it, doesn't he?
Here's Dean O'Neill, and he will represent the tying run at the plate. Doubled in the second and hit one out of the ballpark in the 4th for his 12th home run. Tied him with Brewer for the team lead. So the left-hander Porter will throw to first instead.
There's a big, exaggerated step movement towards first base.
O'Neill looks at the first pitch, off speed, and in for a strike.
He gets a lot of extension with that lead leg, doesn't he?
Yep.
Whether he's going to first or coming to the plate.
Goes to first this time. One strike to count to O'Neill. And again, he goes to first. I wouldn't expect Brewer to be running down 2 runs with a power hitter at the plate. Apparently they do.
Well, maybe they think that just because they run like crazy, everybody else does.
That
hit
pitch hit him.
I told you he'd hit 5 hitters coming into this. There's number 6.
O'Neill hit by the pitch, and now runners at first and second with no outs, and Brent Rogers the batter.
Now with nobody out, runners at first and second. Are we bunting?
Yeah, I think so. You got a speed at the plate. You got the tying runs on base.
I think I want to push it down the third base line.
Here's the pitch. He's not bunting. Line drive, base hit. Rounding third. Brewer, he's going to score. Coming to third. O'Neill, they throw to second. He's safe at second. Everybody's safe, and the Raiders have scored.
So much for the bunt, right, Dick?
Brent Rogers drilled it into right field, and he will get a double. Driving in Brewer to make it 5-4. That sends O'Neill over to third, so second and third with no outs, and now we'll see, Liberty will see how that feels, huh?
That's right.
Batter is Bondolan. Catcher asks for time and will make a very slow walk out to the mound. So, John? Two of those hits in this inning have been by our left-handed hitters, and they brought the left-hander in purposely to pitch to the two left-handers.
That's right.
Now we'll have a visit to the mound by the pitching coach.
I don't know if they've had time to get somebody ready down there.
Not likely.
There is a right-hander.
I don't think he's started throwing yet. So Von Dolan.
That's it. They're calling for.
Must have been somebody hiding down
there.
Yeah,
which is possible in that bullpen.
So we're going to have a pitching change. We'll take a break here, and we'll come back, tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders!
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's locker room on the concourse. From bold new drops to timeless campus classics, we've got everything you need to turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit, because at Lightning's locker room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
So Liberty goes to the bullpen for Tyler August, a right-hander. Last pitched on Tuesday against Wake Forest, went one inning in relief, gave up a hit and 2 walks, but no runs. And he will come on here. August is a 6'3", 250-pounder.
Yeah, he is a big guy, isn't he?
Big guy, and he's a transfer from Delaware.
Well, he's also making his team-leading 24th appearance, all in relief. He's thrown 37 in the third innings, given up just 10 runs, all earned on 24 hits, 22 walks, 46 strikeouts. Opponents hitting 189 against August. He's got a 2.41 ERA, a 5-0 record with 1 save.
He'll pitch to Von Dolan.
And then he's also looks like Matt Wolf on deck to pitch hit for Vincent.
So here's Von Dolan, who has hit a 2-run homer. That was in the second inning, and hit into a funny 5-6-3 ground out in the fourth. August comes set, and the pitch to the plate is a strike call. 0-1. Runner at third is O'Neill. The runner at second is Rogers. And no outs in the sixth inning. It's 5-4. Liberty leading by 1. Tying run at third for the Raiders. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
That's going to score 2, Dick.
Rogers coming around, and the throw will go back to second. Raiders take the lead. Von Dolan, sharp single up the middle. O'Neill scores. Rogers scores, and the Raiders lead 6-5. How about that?
I'll tell you. Baseball is a funny game, isn't it? And we are going to see Matt Wolf here, pinch hitting for Vincent.
So all three of those runs are charged to Porter.
Yeah, he faces 3 batters, does not retire any of them, gives up 3 runs, all earned on 2 hits, no walks, no strikeouts, a hit batter.
Matt Wolf takes the pitch high for, calls a strike. 1 no balls, 1 strike. Had a big pinch hit in the Tuesday game against Memphis, which helped the Raiders rally for a 1-run win. Bondolan at first, still nobody out in the inning. Foul to the screen, strike 2.
You'd like to do some adding on now that you got the lead.
Clay Badalak on deck.
Well, that takes Corbett was already off the hook. That takes Dobbs off the hook.
Also takes Zayak off the hook. He was set to be the winner.
He was.
Pitches high to Wolf. Ball 1. 1-2.
Zayak will not go 9-0 today.
Nope. Bondolan's had a couple of big hits today. Good to see him swinging a bat.
Boy, isn't that the truth? Just in time.
Pitch to Wolf is swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's the first out in the inning. And with 1 out, the batter is Clay Badalak. Badalak has flied out and struck out 0 for 2. Right-hander Tyler August. The runner goes, swing and a miss. And he's going to be out at second. Yep. So Bondolan cut down trying to steal for out number 2. And Badalak swung at a high pitch just to protect the runner, but that's strike 1.
That play at second wasn't even really close, was it?
No. Pop foul back out of play. And the count will go to 2 strikes on Clay Badalak. So 3 runs in here in the 6th inning. Raiders have taken a 6-5 lead. High outside, ball 1. 1-2. Final regular season game for the Blue Raiders here in 2026. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. That will retire the side. But the Raiders come up with 3 runs on 3 hits and nobody left. Here are the totals after 6. Middle Tennessee, 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. And for Liberty, 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Raiders lead at 6-5 as we go to the 7th inning. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Locally grown, Blue Raider proud. This is Jonathan Harmon with the J. Harmon Home Team. As an MTSU alumnus and lifelong Rutherford County resident, I bring the heart of a teacher, the grit of a Blue Raider, and over 15 years of real estate experience to every client. Honest to a fault, connected to the community, and driven to serve. I don't just help you buy or sell, I help you understand every step. The J. Harmon Home Team, where real estate meets real talk.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
We move into the final third of this game. Raiders leading 6-5. We'll have Drew Horn on the mound.
Leading off the top of the 7th, left fielder number 17, Nick Barone.
Drew Horn will pitch to Barone, Swafford, and Shealy. 4, 5, and 6 hitters here in the 7th inning. Nick Barone has a single, has struck out and walked. Grounds this one foul outside third base for strike one. No balls, 1 strike. Drew Horn came in with 2 men on in the 6th inning and got out of the inning. Pitches outside, 1-1.
Controlled that damage and gave the Raiders a chance to come back and jump back in front.
That's what they did. Pitch is swung on, foul back to the backstop, 1-2. Horn made a cameo appearance Sunday against FIU in Miami, pitched just 2 innings. He's on here in a tough situation, but he's got a 1-run lead. The pitch outside, 2-2. Drew was injured in Jacksonville, Alabama, before he was getting ready to start the opening game of that 3-game series. A freak injury in the outfield cost him about 6 weeks or so. There's a foul over by the Liberty dugout. Count holds at 2-2 on Barone. It's good to see him back out there. And a fly ball down the left field line. Go foul, go foul. It goes foul. It did stay in the ballpark, just barely. So the count will remain 2-2. Barone is 1 for 10 in the series. Fouls this one off. I think he leads both teams in foul balls, though.
Yep.
Count holding at 2-2. And Horn, the 2-2 pitch, fouled again at the plate. So we'll do it again, 2-2. And the right-hander delivers, fouled again, back to the screen. So Horn throwing a lot of pitches to this leadoff hitter in the 7th inning.
Got an interesting scoreboard show coming up here between innings.
Oh, it's just inside, ball 3. Horn, along with about 1,000 other people here, thought he had strike 3 there.
I thought he had strike 3.
That'll run the count to 3-2. Strike 3 call.
There you go.
So
I thought the one before it was a better pitch.
We're out number 1.
Second baseman number 49, Easton Swafford.
Well, he said, if you're not going to call that one, how about this one?
Yeah.
1 out in the 7th. Here's Swafford. Been on base 3 times. Let's keep this guy, send him back to the dugout. Horn's pitch, missed outside, ball 1. Swafford's been safe on an error, has walked and has singled. One out in the 7th. Drew Horn's pitch swung on and fouled to the screen, 1-1.
What do you think about those 6 starts that he missed? could have changed their season.
There's a pop-up. That may be playable. Von Dolan over. Badalak over. Will
that
take
ball
it in fair ground.
Wynn got that one, Dick. Von Dolan was in foul territory by about 12 feet. Thought he was going to get it. And it blew back into fair territory. And fortunately, Clay Badalak was there to make the play.
Good thing he was there. 2 outs in the 7th. And this is Seeley. 0 for 2 with a walk. Right-handed hitter. Horn's pitch. That's right in there. Strike one.
What a nice breaking ball. That looked like a traditional curveball, didn't it?
1 strike to count. Same spot, same result. Strike 2. So now he can come back with just about anything he wants to. And the 0-2 pitch just missed inside. Horn again. Thought he might have had strike 3 there.
Yeah, they were. He missed his spot. Horn was, or O'Neill rather, was setting up down and away, and it came in down and in.
Fly ball center field. That's going to fall in for a hit. Seeley with his first hit today. And with 2 outs, the batter will be Drum. That's the first hit off Drew Horn.
Number 36, Ryan Drum.
Got to be careful with this guy. He's flied out twice and struck out. Had a pair of home runs in yesterday's game. Horn's pitch is outside for ball 1. Played him deep in left, deep in center. Rogers about straight away in right field. And the pitch is foul to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Drew Horn out of Siegel High School here in Murfreesboro. The 1-1 pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Strike 2, that was a breaking ball. So he's ahead of the Liberty DH 1 and 2. And the pitch. Popped him up. First baseman coming in. That's Lane Akers. He'll make the catch. And that's all in the 7th inning. No runs, a hit, 1 left. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. We'll have our D&J scoreboard coming up shortly on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Back at Reese Smith Field, we're getting ready to go to the 7th inning. We've got the D&J scoreboard coming up for you. The first score, the important one, is what's happening here. The Blue Raiders on top of Liberty 6-5 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Elsewhere in Conference USA, we've got a couple of finals and at least one more that's headed that way. First final of the day was up in Delaware. They played early. That was Western Kentucky and Delaware. Delaware ends up winning that series with a 6-3 win here on Saturday. They won the first game, lost 3-0 yesterday, and then came back with 6-3 win today. But Western Kentucky locked into that 6th seed. Elsewhere, down in Kennesaw, Georgia, this is a shocker. Kennesaw State pulls off a win against Missouri State. Missouri State had won the first two. Kennesaw State, a big winner, though, today. 12, Missouri State 6. That is a final. Over in Ruston, Louisiana, another surprise. They're in the bottom of the 8th. Sam Houston on top of Louisiana Tech, 6-0. And then down in Dallas, they are just early in that ball game. Jacksonville State at DBU. DBU had won the first two. Jacksonville State, though, up 8-0. And another one just underway, FIU at New Mexico State. FIU an early 3-0 lead. Interesting stuff going on there, Dick.
Owen Nowak takes the first pitch in the 7th inning, and it's inside from Tyler August, 4-1. Nowak looking for his first hit today. He's 0 for 3. Takes the pitch outside, ball 2, 2-0.
Oh, it is the third day. This would be you keep wanting to say it's Sunday, but anything can happen in the third game of a conference series.
2 balls, no strikes. Nowak leading off here in the 7th, and a line drive down the right field line. That is
fair.
Gone.
Wow.
That is gone right down the line.
He's having fun with that one, isn't he? Boy, right over the Steve Peterson 25 jersey, just to the left of the 330 sign. Wow.
First home run in a while for Owen Nowak as he slammed it down the line. It was left just about the same spot Clapp's home run, but Clapp's home run was high. This was a line drive right down the line.
And you just kept saying, stay fair, it was that close. Wow.
So now it's 7-5. And the batter is Lane Akers. Had a double in the 5th inning. First pitch to him, ball 1.
And this is August, who came in, was so impressive in that 6th inning. Gave up a leadoff single. Then a couple of strikeouts and a caught stealing, and he was out of that. Well, ooh.
Ball 2 to Akers, 2-0. Leadoff home run for Owen Nowak. Raiders up 7-5. The pitch. Akers takes a strike, 2-1. So how many home runs has August given up this year?
Not many.
Could be on that stat sheet somewhere.
Yeah, let me see if I can't find that.
That's only the 2nd home run he's given up this season. There's a foul off the screen, 2-2.
To let you know, opposing hitters were only hitting 189 against August.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Akers.
So he's faced 4 batters and given up 2 hits.
And the 2-2 pitch bounced to short. Marsh near the bag at second, over to first in time for the first out in the 7th inning. The batter will be Cooper Clapp.
Second baseman number 4, Cooper Clapp.
So the Raiders 3 home runs today. Bondolan a 2-run homer. O'Neill a solo. Nowak a solo. And the Flames with 2 home runs. Both 2-run shots, both coming in the 5th inning. So they're playing long ball today. There's a foul to the screen by Clapp, strike one. Cooper has walked, popped out, flied out. Base is empty, one out here in the seventh. Raiders already with a run in. Swing and a miss, strike two to Clapp. Nowak's line drive right down the line over the right field wall. Two strikes the count. Strike three called. Clapp didn't like the call. To be honest, looked a little high from up here.
It did. With that win, Kennesaw State wraps up the number 7 seed for the tournament next week.
We can't tie them?
No, because we were tied going in. And now, assuming that Sam Houston is going to hang on, they're leading Louisiana Tech 6-0, but in the bottom of the ninth in Ruston.
Brewer swings and misses at the first pitch, 0-1.
Yeah, assuming Sam Houston hangs on for that win, that'll wrap up the number 7 seed for Kennesaw State.
Okay. There's a foul out of play, 0-2.
Yeah, if all three of us end up winning today, and right now we are certainly doing that.
Two strikes to count to Nathan Brewer, has a base hit in 3 trips. Tyler August with the pitch. Fouled out of play. Got holes at strike 2. Base is empty, 2 outs in the 7th. Raiders leading 7-5. And Brewer strikes out swinging. That's all in the 7th. 1 run, 1 hit on the solo home run by Owen Nowak. And we have 7 innings in the books here. Middle Tennessee 7 and Liberty 5. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And we go to the top of the 8th inning. True Horn has this game to try and hang on to. Has a 2-run lead now. 8-9-1 in the 8th inning for Liberty.
I'd rather have a 2-run lead than be down by 2 this late in the ball game.
This is Bidston. Has hits in his last 2 at-bats and has scored his last 2 times up. He's 2 for 3, single double. Grounded out his other at-bat. Right-handed hitter, he is the catcher. And Drew Horn's first pitch to him hits him right in the back of the leg. On the left, low on the left side. And he's feeling it right now. They had lifted him for a pinch hitter in each of the first 2 games, so I figured they might go ahead and pull him here if he's injured. For a pinch runner, we'll see. Head coach coming out. Trader's out there with him. Now he says, I'm okay, Coach.
Yeah.
I want to stay in. So Benson will go down to first base, hit by a pitch. This first batter we've hit today.
Fielder number 30, Josh Campos.
Campos has a home run, a single, and is flied out. He's had a good series. Makes him now 6 out of 11 for the series. It's pretty good production for your number 9 hitter.
Boy, that's the kind of production that could get you consideration for a hitter of the week.
First pitch swung on and missed. Strike 1. Runner at first. No outs. And Drew Horn's pitch misses outside for ball 1. 1-1. I'll take hitters Tanner Marsh, the leadoff man. Horn comes set. The 1-1 pitch misses again outside, ball 2.
Bryant Baranek now throwing in the Raider bullpen.
2 balls, 1 strike. Short lead at first, and the pitch, same spot, outside, ball 3. I don't know about you, John. I'd love to see Drew Horn finish this game.
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
You know, he would like to.
Get him on track for an outing next week in Georgia.
3 balls, 1 strike to Campos. Strike on the outside corner, and the count goes full.
Just barely got the front edge of the plate.
So 3-2. Horn with the pitch.
Ah!
I started to call strike 3 there, John.
Well, me too. I was ready to ring him up.
I had my right arm ready. It's called ball 4.
Wow.
Don't get much closer than that.
You know, if we were in the big leagues and they had that, they call it a timeout. They want to bring these 2 runners in and that hitter discuss strategy and
talk about the bunt.
Yep.
First and second, no outs.
Coach Myers coming over to talk with Dean O'Neill. They're going out now to talk with
Coach
Drew
Myers
Horn.
making sure with the umpire that, hey, it's their timeout, not mine.
Yeah.
He's taking advantage of it, though. They called the timeout.
Yeah, and what he's telling them is they got runners at first and second, nobody out. If it was us, we'd be bunting. I'll bet you they are, too.
So now the runners are going back to their respective bases, or as Dizzy Dean would have said on his telecast, they go back to their respectable bases.
Diz had a way with words, didn't he?
And the batter, Tanner Marsh.
Yeah, it was Diz and Pee Wee on CBS, and was it Lindsey Nelson and Leo DeRoche over on NBC on Saturday afternoons?
Don't remember that one.
Well, I always went with Diz and Pee Wee.
So here's Marsh. And Drew Horn with the pitch, and he bunts foul. You know, last time up he tried to bunt, fouled off a pitch, and then they let him hit away, and he flied out. We'll see what they're doing here.
I like to, you know, what I'd like to see is a little pop-up.
Yeah, I'd like to see a triple play.
Mm-hmm.
1 strike to count.
Well, you could do that with a comebacker to the pitcher if Von Dolan can get back to third, and which he's doing.
Pitch is outside, 1-1. Runner at second is Pittston and Campos at first.
Never seen a triple play, and that'd be the best time.
He bunts, foul. O'Neill gloved it in foul ground, so the count's 1-2 now to Marsh.
The bunt does not work.
A hit batsman and a walk. First 2 batters reach in the 8th inning. A couple of failed bunt attempts, and the count 1-2. Horns pitch outside, gets by, and
they don't.
Goes to second. They go to second and third, so that's a wild pitch. I think the same thing happened last inning or inning before. They were trying to bunt, and we had a similar situation. So second and third now, 2-2.
Yeah, that was the situation that ended up. That's what got Abel Alvarin out of the game, and Horn was able to pitch around it.
Count holds at 2-2. It's unusual to see that come up twice in a game.
Yeah.
Failed bunt, and they still get to second and third with no outs. So the tying run at second. 2-2 to Tanner Marsh. Popped up foul. It'll be back in the grandstand. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Drew Horn looks in. Checks his runners. And the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. Marsh caught looking. That's out number 1 in the 8th inning. That is Drew's second strikeout.
First baseman number 35, Riley DiCandido.
And this will be DiCandido. Had a home run in the 5th off Mason Dobbs. Other than that, grounded out twice and lined out. 1 out. And a base hit to right field. 1 run will score. Here comes Rogers' throw to the plate. And the second run will score. And we've got a tie ball game. DiCandido drives in 2 with a clean single to right. 7-7. It's hit number 2 and the first 2 runs that Drew Horn has given up.
Now batting, third baseman number 18, Jordan Jaffe.
They've just gone final in Ruston. Sam Houston a winner, 6-0. So Kennesaw State, Sam Houston both tied at 13 and 17 as they finish the season.
First pitch to Jaffe is low for ball 1. Raiders trying to finish 13 and 17, but they're tied up now, 7-7. Top of the 8th inning. And Horn's pitch, strike called on the outside corner, 1-1. Ground ball up the middle. The runner was going out at second. Throw to first, double play, and the inning is over.
Because the runner was going, Clapp came over to cover the bag, was standing on the bag when he caught the baseball. I was afraid the runner was going to beat the baseball.
That was what I was thinking, John. It went right to Cooper Clapp standing on second base. Just got there before the runner arrived, and then Clapp's throw to first doubled up Jaffe to end the inning. So in the 8th inning, Flames pick up 2 runs on 1 hit, and they leave no one. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. We are tied up in this ball game. Liberty 7, Middle Tennessee 7. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's locker room on the concourse. From bold new drops to timeless campus classics, we've got everything you need to turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit, because at Lightning's locker room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
Dean O'Neill will lead it off against Tyler August in the 8th inning. He's been up 3 times, been on base 3 times, scored 3 runs. Let's keep it going, Dean. August with the pitch. Swung on, popped up. Shallow left field. Who's coming in? Center fielder coming in. Wind blew it over a little bit into center, and O'Neill swinging at that first pitch, flies out for out number 1. Here's Rogers. Brett has singled, doubled, and scored in that big 6th inning and has flied out. He's 2 for 3. 1 out in the 8th. Rogers takes a strike, off-speed pitch. 0-1. And a fly ball into shallow left field. Shortstop back Marsh will take it for out number 2.
Marsh has got good range, good hands going back into the outfield, doesn't he, Dick?
He's made 2 or 3 catches like that in this series. So 2 outs, and the batter is Brett Von Dolan. He's had a productive day with a single that drove in 2 runs in the 6th inning and a 2-run homer in the 2nd. First pitch to him is a strike called. Base is empty, 2 outs. Matt Wolf waiting to hit next.
What was that about? The umpire walked out in front of the plate?
I have no idea.
Walks back. He's ready to go.
Pitches outside, ball 1, 1-1 to Von Dolan. 7 runs, 9 hits for the Raiders. 7 runs, 9 hits for the Flames. Ground foul past third. 1-2 to Von Dolan. Seven to 7. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2 outs, nobody on base. August with the pitch. Struck him out swinging. That will end the 8th. 3 up, 3 down for the Raiders. So we have got 8 innings in the books here, and we are all tied up at 7-7. You're listening to Middle Tennessee Baseball from Ben Wagner.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
This game moves to the 9th inning. The Raiders make a pitching change between innings. Drew Horn's day is over, and Bryant Baranek will come in from the bullpen, one of our seniors who was honored on Senior Day. His last outing was Tuesday against Memphis, went 2/3 of an inning, gave up no runs on 1 hit, had 1 strikeout. So he'll be charged with getting this team out and then letting the Raiders go to work in the bottom of the 9th.
Well, he's making his 20th appearance, 16 of those in relief, 68 1/3 innings, 46 runs, 36 earned on 73 hits, 36 walks, 79 strikeouts. He's got a 4.14 ERA, a 1-2 record with no saves.
Delivers a strike to Nick Barone on his first pitch. 0-1. Barone struck out twice, singled and walked. He's the cleanup hitter. Takes the pitch high, 1-1. Barone, Swafford, and Shealy here in the 9th. Baranek's pitch, swing and a miss on a breaking ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count to Barone. Brewer playing him very deep in left field, as is Nowak in center. Pitch is outside, 2-2. Fastball at 92. Here's the 2-2 pitch on a ground ball to third. Von Dolan has it over to first in time, and that is out number 1 here in the 9th. 1 out. Batters Easton Swafford. Swafford has been on base 3 times today, has 1 hit.
Liberty has their closer, Cooper Harrington, throwing in the bullpen.
Don't think we've seen him this series.
We have not.
Has a shot just past Akers in the right field, a base hit. Swafford jumped on that first pitch, lined a single to right. And now with 1 out, the batter is Shealy. Singled his last time up. He's 1 for 3.
Landon Seeley.
Seeley has had a good series for them. Breaking ball, just missed. Ball 1.
A little bit low.
Bryant Baranek on here in the 9th in a 7-7 game. That one just missed for ball 2. A couple of very close pitches.
Yeah.
Both out of the zone. 2 balls, no strikes, the count to Seeley. And ball 3. That one just missed.
I tell you what, you look at Baranik's body language after that last pitch, and it's pretty much, what have I got to do?
3-0 and all four. So 4 straight, very close pitches, but all of them called balls.
Wow.
Down to second goes Swafford. First and second, 1 out for Ryan Drum, and he'll not bat. We've got a pinch hitter, number 4, coming in for Drum. And that will be Sorensen. He is their normal first baseman. Has been held out of this series until right now. Jackson Sorensen, a left-handed batter. Comes in hitting .257. And the pitch to him is low for ball 1. Runners first and second, 1 out. Ball 2.
Well, you can tell what the crowd thinks.
Strike call. 2-1. Runners lead at first and second. Looked like that pitch was in the same spot to me.
It sure did, Dick. I don't understand this guy's strike zone because it is not the same that it's been for the first 8 innings.
3-1. And that one is outside without a doubt. So now the base is loaded, 1 out. Back-to-back walks. Baranik's got to be frustrated. He was all over that plate, but was not getting any calls. They'll run for Sorensen. Number 8 is John Simmons. He'll run for Sorensen. The batter is Bidston, who's been on base the last 3 times. He's been up. 2 hits and a hit by pitch. Raider infield will stay back, try to get a double play.
Well, this is going to be tough, though, because they're playing 3 infielders on the left side of the infield.
Foul ball on the first pitch. 1 strike.
Clapp actually back with his heels against the outfield grass. What, 3 steps, 2 or 3 steps over towards the left field line.
Foul to the screen, strike 2. Well, I'm glad to see him swinging a bat myself. I know Baranik is frustrated out there because every one of those pitches, with the exception of the last pitch to Sorensen, was close enough to be called a strike. Struck him out swinging.
There you go. Wow. Got him on a curveball and.
Well, wait a minute now. They say it wasn't a strikeout.
Just 0-2, huh?
I don't understand that. May have foul tipped it, John. There was a pitch outside, ball 1.
Well, O'Neill, a good pick up there.
If he foul tipped it and the catcher didn't catch it, of course, it's just a foul ball.
Right. That's the only thing I can think of.
Baranik with a 1-2 count. And the pitch, fly ball, center field. It's going to get in for a hit. And that is going to score 1. They'll hold the bases loaded. And Liberty will take a lead of 8-7. Bidston with his third hit of the game drives in a run. Bases remain loaded.
30, Josh Campos.
And the batter's Campos. So Liberty's taking the lead here in the ninth. First pitch to him outside, ball one. Beranek comes set. Low for a ball, 2-0. No place to put him.
John Michael Pickens throwing in the Raider bullpen.
Ball three is outside.
You got to stop it here.
3 balls, no strikes. There's a strike call, 3-1. Hitters count now for Campos. 3 balls and a strike. Bases loaded, 1 out. Strike 2 called. Full count, 3-2.
He was taken all the way. I think I would have had him taken. The way Beranek has been.
3-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. Badlack to second. Out. Throw to first. Got him. That's a double play.
Wow.
Beranek has words for the plate umpire on his way to the dugout, and I don't much blame it, John.
I tell you what, I thought that he was. I thought he got hosed a little bit. He certainly got squeezed.
So that is all in the ninth. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 left. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Raiders need 1 to tie and 2 to win. Liberty 8, Middle Tennessee 7. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner. Give your station
Hey folks,
break
it's
coming.
Chip Walters from Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, helping Middle Tennessee make smart moves in a fast-moving market. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, you deserve someone who knows this community and treats your goals like their own. From first-timers to long-time homeowners, I'm here to guide you with clarity, confidence, and a steady hand. When you're ready to make the next move, start with someone you trust. Visit choosechip.net and let's make your 2026 move the right move.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Bottom half of the ninth inning. We'll take 10 seconds for station identification. Listening to Blue Raider Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS. Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
So pitching change between innings for the Flames. The new pitcher is Cooper Harrington. He is a sophomore out of Sanford, North Carolina, 6 feet, 185 or 165, kind of a slender 6-footer, and he's on to try and close it out for them.
He is their closer, making his 22nd appearance, all but 2 of those in relief. He's thrown 40 in the third innings. He's given up 18 runs, all earned on 37 hits, 10 walks, 49 strikeouts. He's got a 3.92 ERA, a 2-1 record with 10 saves. Now, he has also been known to give up the long ball. He's given up 3 home runs.
Matt Wolf will face him. Wolf came in the 6th inning as a pinch hitter and struck out. So he'll lead off the 9th, and then Badalak and Nowak. First pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Bottom of the 9th inning, 8-7. Raiders need a base runner. Wolf takes outside, 1-1. Of course, we know Wolf can hit a long ball too, as he got the Raiders' first home run of the season. Be fitting if he got the last home run of the season, wouldn't it? Takes it high and inside, ball 2-2.
I think it hit him. No? Or did he say it fouled? I think he's saying he fouled it.
What?
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm telling you, John, some of these.
I don't like this umpire. He is not. I don't think we've seen better. Let me put it that way.
Pitch is outside, so what's the count now? 2-2?
They are calling it 2-2 now.
Yeah. Wolf steps out of the box for a moment. Back in there now with a 2-2 count. And the right-hander delivers and struck him out swinging.
Checked his swing, went too far.
I don't know what that pitch was, but it was certainly fooled him. 1 out. Here's Badalak.
I tell you, it was a changeup.
Play is 0 for 3. Slide out, struck out twice. Owen Nowak waiting to hit next. Raiders down a run. We're in the 9th. Popped up. Shallow center field. Campos, the center fielder, is in, and he's got it for out number 2. So the Raiders are down to their last out. Nowak homered down the right field line in the 7th inning. And that was a line drive. The right fielder, remembering that, plays him deep. And the pitch to the plate is a breaking ball called a strike. 0-1. Should Nowak get on, Lane Akers would be next. Swing and a foul tip. Count goes to 0-2.
And with that, they put the big switch on, send the third baseman over to the second base side of the bag.
Ground ball to second. Going to be a foul ball off his foot, I think. They call him out.
They did.
Nowak says it hit his foot.
Yeah, the umpire is sending them all back.
First base umpire called him out. I don't think the home plate umpire did anything.
3 umpires are getting together.
I don't think you want a game to end like this.
I think this home plate umpire just wants this game to end.
Call him out. He's probably got a 4:30 dinner reservation,
I guess, or a 5 o'clock plane in Nashville, right?
So call it a, what, 4-3 put out? Was that?
Yeah,
right?
it was just 43.
So the Raiders in the 9th go down without a threat. And the final score will be Liberty 8, Middle Tennessee 7. Flames will win the series. 21-9 will be their conference record.
And with that win, Liberty moves back into the 2 seed with Missouri State's loss.
So overall, they will be 38-18. Raiders will finish 26-29.
We've got the 9 seed.
12-18 in Conference USA. Stay with us. Our postgame show coming your way next. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's locker room on the concourse. From bold new drops to timeless campus classics, we've got everything you need to turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit, because at Lightning's locker room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
Locally grown, Blue Raider proud. This is Jonathan Harmon with the J. Harmon Home Team. As an MTSU alumnus and lifelong Rutherford County resident, I bring the heart of a teacher, the grit of a Blue Raider, and over 15 years of real estate experience to every client. Honest to a fault, connected to the community, and driven to serve. I don't just help you buy or sell, I help you understand every step. The J. Harmon Home Team, where real estate meets real talk.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports. Today's game is in the books, and it's time to recap today's action in the Blue Raider postgame show. Today's broadcast on the Blue Raider Network has been brought to you in part by Will Fraley, attorney at law, State Farm Insurance, and Agent Andy Womack, Middle Tennessee Electric, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb and Associates, and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Jonathan Harmon, and Chip Walters. And by Las Casas Drugs. Let's head back to the ballpark for today's Blue Raider postgame show.
Welcome back. The Raiders fall in the season finale here at Reese Smith Field by a score of 8-7. And just as we commented, I think at some point during the broadcast, a blowout in each of the first two games, series even, and then a nail-biter here in the rubber game of the series. The Flames score one in the ninth to win it, 8-7. I'll recap the scoring quickly for you. The Raiders got on the board first on a two-run homer by Brett Von Dolan in the second inning, and then added another run in the fourth on a solo home run by Dean O'Neill. They had a 3-0 lead going into the fifth inning. But the fifth inning was the bad inning, just as it was in yesterday's game. For the Raiders, Cole Torbett started, and in the fifth inning, first guy got on base for Liberty, and then the pitching change. Mason Dobbs came in, gave up a two-run homer to Campos, and then a walk and another two-run homer to DeCandido, and Liberty took a 4-3 lead. Abel Albron came on and got out of that inning without further damage, but the Flames had a 4-3 lead. They added a run in the sixth to make it 5-3. The Raiders picked up 3 in the bottom of the sixth inning to take a 6-5 lead, and then a solo home run by Owen Nowak made it 7-5, and going into the eighth inning. But Liberty got 2 in the eighth to tie the game at 7. And in the top of the ninth, Drew Horn came out. Brian Baranek came in, and they got the bases loaded with one out. They got the one run that they needed before the Raiders got a double play to end the inning, and 8-7. And then we saw their closer Harrington for the first time all weekend, and he looked pretty good. He got the Raiders
looked like a closer, didn't he?
1-2-3 in the ninth inning to close it out with an 8-7 win. So, John, what do you got on the stat sheet for us?
Well, I think what we need to look at, Cole Torbett got the start for the Raiders, went 4 innings, only gave up a run on a couple of hits. Mason Dobbs came in, had some difficulty, gave up 3 runs on a couple of hits and a walk. Abel Alberon, an inning, gives up 1 run. It was not earned on 3 hits. Drew Horn threw 3 good innings. I thought a little bit of hard luck for him to end up getting charged with 2 runs. And then Baranek was getting squeezed at the plate by that home plate umpire, I thought. And it was those 2 walks that ended up costing him the ball game. Bradley Zayak got the start for Liberty. He was going for his 9th win, went 5 innings, was leading when he left, but then Matt Porter came on, gave it up with 3 runs. But Tyler August came on, pitched 3 great innings in relief for them, gave up 1 run. That was the Noack home run on 2 hits. Had 5 strikeouts, didn't walk anybody. So he ends up being the winning pitcher. He's now 6-0. And Cooper Harrington comes on, 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the ninth, the Raiders, and he gets the save, number 11. Looking at the hitting, the Raiders only managed 9 hits, 7 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. Looking at the numbers, the middle of the lineup, and this is kind of important as we go to Georgia next week for the tournament. Dean O'Neill, 2 for 3 with a home run. Brett Rogers, 2 for 4. Brett Von Dolan, 2 for 4, including a big home run. Been a long time since he had one. Over on the Liberty side, we kept Tyler Marsh at bay yet again. That's their leadoff guy. That's the Ricky Henderson template. Lots of stolen bases, lots of extra base hits. So I thought the Raiders did a good job of controlling him. Riley Candido, the first baseman, 2 for 5. Second baseman Easton Swafford, 2 for 4. And then Josh Campos. Why that guy is hitting number 9, I don't know, because he just was a Raider killer all weekend. He goes 2 for 4. Yeah, we can play with these guys. We just discovered that. We were leading going to the 8th and just couldn't bring it home.
So the Raiders will take this loss with them to Kennesaw for the postseason tournament. We do not know how the pairings are going to be, so check your I checked the Conference USA website.
Yeah.
Either late tonight or early tomorrow morning, and the schedule of games ought to be published.
We're going to be the 9th seed, so based on the materials that the conference put out originally, now we'll see if those in fact become the fact, but we would be in the pool A with Jacksonville State, Western Kentucky.
All right, we'll see how all that comes out in the wash, and our next broadcast will be from Kennesaw, Georgia, for Game 1 of the tournament, whenever that may be. So, again, check your social media, Blue Raider website. I'm sure it'll be out on Facebook, so and on radio, of course, on our flagship station, WGNS. So that's going to wrap up season number 20 for us in the booth, I guess.
That's right. I may or may not be able to join you in Georgia next week, so I hope this isn't the last one for me, but it may be, and it's been great working with you. Boy, 20 years, that goes through in a hurry, doesn't it?
Same here, and we'll close it out here by giving you, again, the final score, 8-7, Liberty winning and taking the series 2-1 over Middle Tennessee. So until we greet you from Georgia sometime next week, probably on Wednesday, but stay close and check those schedules out. We'll have the broadcast for you down there. Until then, Dick Plummer for John Callow. Jackson Smith has been our studio producer. Wishing you a very pleasant good afternoon from the ballpark.
Thanks for listening to today's Middle Tennessee State University baseball game. Today's game has been produced by Van Wagner College through the facilities of WGNS Radio. The content of today's game is owned by Van Wagner College and the Blue Raider Network and may not be reproduced without expressed written permission of Middle Tennessee State University and Van Wagner College.